you wear my Levi's jeans. Through the river with you dance. Tearing down the barrel of his gun. Yes, he shot me down. I died and someone brought me back to life, but never to my senses. Pounce on that shit, can. Pounce on that shit, can.
All right, y'all watch the replay. Fine by Dandy by me. What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. You catching, come in. We are here to talk about the Braxton sisters. Man, Tamar just came out and basically kind of confirmed that it was Gabe. It was Gabe. What we all thought along. Now, remember, Ashley, their niece is Tawanda. So when it came out to confirm that Tawanda that does not really like Tamar, Trina is just not saying nothing, and Tamar just outed, but she was letting the fans say everything. So we're going to look into some videos on Tamar page. I was around here minding my business, and I seen this. I say, what? Baby, we finna go to it. It's a mess. I don't know if this is repairable. So she was letting the fans have their thoughts on the show. Now we're gonna play where it started. Here you go.
I don't know about that last part. Okay, hold on. Let me get the first part. Okay, they did not like Tracy because she didn't dislike the father. Period. Okay, so let's not even say Tracy did not at one point dislike the father, because let's give Mr. Braxton his shit, because we tend to like give Evelyn Braxton her things off of the guys that she can't move on. He was the head pastor at their church, was having an affair with someone that was Evelyn's friend for 10 years. The church said, reveal the affair or step down. The nigga chose to step down. Y'all get a divorce. They tried marriage counseling. Remember Evelyn said when she said he laid low, you spent a ride? He said, you cried at the counseling and said you didn't want to let the woman go. Crying at a counseling session in front of your wife that you don't want to let your mistress go, that's also her friend. Then Evelyn divorces him and you married this bitch 30 days. 30 days. Jesus Christ. And so I feel like because Tracy was still in Maryland, everybody else went up to Hollywood. Mm-hmm. Tracy has a family.
Yep.
Tracy wants her family to be a part of. She wants her child to have a relationship with her grandfather. And Michael Braxton made it very, very clear, if you don't accept my wife and my decision, you don't have me in your life, which is disgusting. And it is the biggest root of all of those women problems. And so I do feel like because she was able to forgive for her purposes, because she was able to have a family first. So Tracy at 19, 20 had to think as a mother first. I want my child to have a grandfather. Everybody else had to think singularly as women, just by themselves without having a family. And so I do feel like not because Tracy didn't not like him, she had to forgive him first, just because of the position that she was in at the time. Now they don't like Tamar because of the success of marriage. Now you know you don't believe that, girl. You know ain't nobody jealous of no damn bitch. Once again, no, seriously, let's pull back the layers of jealousy. Now that I did this, like, this is some hell.
Now the gag is, some of y'all.
Now I want y'all to understand. I'm playing where we got to the point where she tells Gabe. So I want you to stay with me, y'all.
Refuse to accept this. But the issue between the Braxton sisters existed long before any of you all knew who they were outside of Toni Braxton. Their issue started long before the Braxton family values, long before they were ever on television, long before any of you all were able to interject.
Now, it says, letting y'all speak the Braxtons, We TV. Y'all tearing us to shreds. P.S. I have zero control. I only sent the episode 3 days ago. It's expired, so I didn't see all of it, okay?
Your opinions on who you think the real villain is and woot to woot to woot. Their issues stemmed way back from when Toni first got discovered, and then the girls went off to go do their own thing, okay? They have real family issues. The problem is that for some reason, you guys won't accept the fact that Tamar Braxton has been very consistent with who she is and how she presents herself. Now, whether you consider that problematic or not, that's neither here nor there. She has been very consistent, okay, with how she puts herself out there to the world. This is whether she was on the Braxton Family Values. This is whether she was on the Braxtons. This is whether she was on any of her spinoff shows. When she was on The Real, she has always been the exact same person. So her behavior is not just limited to her sisters. It is who she is. This over-the-top animated person. Even her sisters have admitted that she's been like that since she was.
You guys coming in, we're going into how Tamar kind of came out and said that Gabe was the one.
A young child. The problem is that Tawanda Braxton is actually the doll that y'all are trying to paint Tamar Braxton out to be. Huh? And I know that might be a hard pill for some of y'all to swallow, but let me tell you something. The longer that milk dud keeps getting on that TV screen and keeps trying to play the victim, the more them producers are going to keep calling her ass out left and right. Why? Because Tamar Braxton has a much bigger hand in how this show is being produced, which she did not have when the Braxton Family Values was going on. She didn't have nearly as much control, meaning she's not able to make sure that the truth is being told and shown so that it doesn't look like she's making up lies, which is the reason why y'all just witnessed Tawanda get caught up in that damn lie about her trying to make it seem as if Tamar Braxton did not want to attend her wedding. Now, if you watch the show, you can clearly see that Tawanda is full of shit, unfortunately.
Tawanda was upset. She said she didn't want neither Toni or Tamar there. She said, I don't care what she said. I do not want them there. That's exactly what she said. I don't care. She was upset. She said, nope, don't have her come. And Tamar said she was finna get on the first flight that morning. She said, no, I don't want her there.
She don't like her sister. And baby, that is okay for you to admit. There are a lot of people in this world that have family members that they don't like. The problem is that you keep trying to act as if you do like her, that you do love her, that you do want support from her, when your actions keep showing otherwise. And then, instead of just admitting the fact that you don't like her, you try to push off this narrative to the viewers that Tamar Braxton is the villain and Tamar Braxton is giving you a reason to not like her. When in fact, my dear, now the gag is, some of y'all refuse to accept this, but the issue between the Braxton sisters existed long before any of you all knew who they were outside of Toni Braxton. Their issue started long before the Braxton Family Values, long before they were ever on television, long before any of you all were able to interject your opinions on who you think the real villain is and woot to woot to woot. Their issues stemmed way back from when Toni first got discovered, and then the girls went off to go do their own thing, okay? They have real family issues. The problem is that for some reason, you guys won't accept the fact that...
No one said, I ain't gonna play the whole thing. Tawanda was smiling the entire time. She thoroughly enjoyed pissing her off. That's when Tamar's assistant told Trina she didn't mean y'all in that moment. She didn't want to hear it. They could have went to talk to her to clear it up, but that was their way to turn it on Tamar. And Tamar says gaslighting is crazy and eventually makes you bananas. The episode of Wild. I say Tamar.
Okay, you have to tell me what happened because
And
I don't.
she
There's
posted this one where
still
it said they were jealous of
until the
Tamar.
reason
First, it was
that
Tamar
you
first
know
solo
Tamar
was
went
first solo career. Then
so
Tawana got jealous,
including Sheena. I didn't speak for anyone else.
and then sorry,
Sheena
solo
wasn't
career. Sorry, and then
concerned
Tawanda
with the
got
way she
jealous
went
because the
about
public
this
loved
process.
Tamar, and now it's her spinoff career.
So in
Now we know
exactly
why she
60
made that
paragraphs,
comment
I'll
at
be blunt.
Essence
I
Festival.
did go about it the wrong way, and I apologize. She denied it.
And it really showed when Trina was proposed to at her birthday party, and Tamar showed her whole ass. And everybody's like, why would she?
So not everybody on Tamar's side, which is crazy, but okay.
Why
I guess they're starting to see.
would you propose to my sister at my birthday party? I don't know how nobody slice that or dice that. You don't do that shit. It's my birthday. It's my day. It's my birthday party, bitch. It's about me. It's not about your engagement. And everybody was like, she didn't need to act like that. Why would she act like that? She's grown.
Yeah, a lot of people say it.
Why do you think it's appropriate to propose to someone at their sister's birthday party?
I remember I had a conversation. Don't propose shit around me at my birthday party. After we about to leave and we ate and I'm full and I'm kind of ready to go out, then you can do it.
And how do you think they're supposed to react? I would have cussed all y'all out too. I would have told all y'all to get the fuck on too. Bitch, it's my birthday. I don't care how old I am. Like that you don't do that. I wouldn't even want that. I wouldn't want to be proposed on somebody's birthday.
Either. That's I don't want to share that.
And
Okay, hold on.
Families be having the opportunity.
Now, this where it took the cake and she sat here and said it. I'm going to read the caption. No shade to nobody, but one, if I knew what I know now, I would have aired Gabe out like I would have normally. But all this was kept from me till Ashley spoke out so that I wouldn't. I am pissed that I didn't get that opportunity. Trash. This season has made me ridiculously traumatized and triggered. Family secrets is real and will F you in your life up. It did for me. And now that I am healed and healing, I can't help but to help other people who grew up like me. Enough is enough. At some point, you have to do the right thing and show up for your younger self and other people who are hurting from other people's BS. So watch the show and please try and fix y'all effed up families like I'm trying to do. I still love them though. Off topic, but the hand, I can't. The family has made Tamar the scapegoat for years. Everybody blaming Tony. I can't say blaming Tony. I don't think Tony knew either.
To fix shit right in front of their face
I
and they
don't
throw
think
it away.
I don't think Tony knew either. Y'all got to remember, Tony was in her own world. She hasn't spoke to nobody. They probably didn't tell Tony because I believe Tamar and Tony would have keep teamed up on that man.
Like, they pride just makes them throw all the opportunities to make shit right with each other away, and it aggravates me so. And I'm speaking heavily about it because it's going on in my family right now. Like, the generation that is in front of mine, just everybody's acting weird, but I'm not gonna get too far.
So yeah, she confirmed it was Gabe.
After that, Trina, you're right. Gabe isn't here to defend himself, but what would he be defending himself from when you experience the same monster that your niece has?
Exactly.
You experience the same monster that both of your sons experience. Both of your sons don't like your ex-husband.
Nope.
What the fuck are you defending at this point?
Yep.
What are you holding on to?
I've been told y'all what she defended, but we're gonna need to hear that. Y'all did let him talk.
I would love it to be made clear. It couldn't be this much love in the world where it transcends into this man's death. Like, you have such a big opportunity to walk your niece through something traumatic, and you cut her off. As a matter of fact, you said on the show that my phone was on. She could have called me. She couldn't have because the niece said herself, you stopped talking to her because you thought she messed with Gabe. We didn't even know it was Gabe until you said something. You stopped talking to her, according to the niece. You have such a grand opportunity to fix something so broken, and your pride and your ego would not let you go. Tony, I don't know what to think of you in this moment, I don't know what to think of you at this moment.
I
I'm not
can't
about
blame Tony. I don't think Tony knew. Tony been having her own stuff going with her illness. Tony did not know, baby. I'm telling y'all, because if Tony knew, it would have went down a whole different way.
to act like Tamar is a saint. Like we see how Tamar get down over the years, but the fact that she's the only one showing up for her niece speaks volumes. Tawanda, what do you mean Trina is a victim? A victim of what? Exactly.
Financial abuse. Because if anybody remember how the boy was saying how I played that clip where he would like try to financially abuse Trina in a sense. He did. We're not gonna act like he didn't. He did, because we could tell Trina's self-esteem went low, and that's when she started to come out with these business ventures, because she didn't want the financial abuse. And we're not gonna act like he didn't. He really did, if you think about it, because he was the only breadwinner.
Stand with the man that tried to get in her niece's pants. Stayed with the man that both her sons didn't like. What is Trina a victim of exactly? Where's her father?
Threads that he basically
Let me tell y'all something right here.
He basically was financial abusive. He was. And somebody said it on Threads. They was like, it made sense because Tony and Tamar were the only ones that had they had their finances good. Tawanda needed a little help. Tracy had a husband, so Tracy was good. Trina was being financially abused because everybody was like, it makes sense now, because that's why Trina opened that restaurant. Y'all got to put two and two together and did the show. And I believe it.
Right now, real quick, real fast. Y'all do not get it when it comes to the Braxtons. First of all, the Braxtons are legacy, first of all, because lots of talent in that family. I don't know about any of the drama. But second off, all these years, y'all been seeing them get into it. Like most families, like all families do. We like them all, but we also saw the drama and people started to pick sides. Yep. And because Tamar had become famous in a way that Tony is the legend, but Tamar started to build her own career, her own thing, whether through her ex-husband or not, it don't matter, baby. Tamar has vocals. Tamar has personality. Tamar is funny. Tamar can dress. Tamar knows who she is. For all these years, everybody made it like, oh, Tamar problem. No, she's just who she is. And people don't like somebody that's confident. People don't like somebody that can drop down to the bottom and bounce right back up. Like when Birdman came in the picture and Tamar was like, spin the bag and get it right back. She always supported her sisters. But I don't know that I have seen them support her in the same way. I'm going to call real like it is. Tamar ain't everybody's cup of tea. I'm not everybody's cup of tea.
And one thing I noticed when Tamar had that episode, guess who showed up to the hospital from LA? Tony. Tony hopped on that first plane. They said Tony was there when that episode happened for her birthday. She was there. Tony was there with the Krishan Rock situation. Tony was there at her shows. Tony was there. Tony is the only person that showed up that I saw. The other girls they might have, but from what I remember, Tony hops on a plane for Tamar. Yeah.
Bottom line, people hate on Tamar. This season is different, and it's different for a reason, because we are seeing the truth. It was spun before to make it seem like Tamar is this, Tamar is that. Tony and Tamar was my favorites always. You can't even tell me nothing bad about Tony. Even with her look.
Even when Tracy was alive, Tracy hit on a plane. Then were the only two that I saw.
Looking a little shady right now, I'm always still with Tony. Forever. They spun it like Tamar was this little youngest sister brat kind of. No, baby. She just said what it was. You really can't say you're with Tamar like that. She's truth. She's comedy. She's a good time. She dressed her ass off. She's beautiful. She's a hard worker, a good mom. And she was a good wife to Vince as well. I low-key feel like they really should have worked it out. But hey, it is what it is. All right, now, Tamar, you've been picking some. I said it. Even the one that was this colored. You messed up.
I just feel like you deserve way better than that. I'm loving this new season. And this new season is tea because Tamar has a lot to do with going on in them back scenes and behind the scenes and that paperwork. Yeah, y'all tune in because you see what real families go through. You gotta navigate. You gotta put your best foot forward when dealing with your family. All the trauma and turmoil. And Tamar showing up. She probably been showing up the whole time, and we just ain't never knew it because they never put it out like that. I don't even know why Gabe is a topic. Gabe is a non-factor. He was just bad all around. Every time I seen him on the show, I was just like, why is he there? Why was he even a part of the family? Braxtons, y'all be picking some weird guys. Even Tony done had some weird ones over the year. Now Birdman, he a little weird too, but we could go with it because of the bag. But I'm just saying. Let me tell y'all something right here, right now, real quick, real fast.
All right, so that's how that started. She's been letting people say how they feel about the show. And like I said, Tony to me, that felt good, y'all. I'm sorry y'all heard me take this nail off. It hurt, my finger hurt. I see why. Tony to me, y'all gotta understand, Tony's sick. Tony got lupus. She can't stress out like that. But I will say this. Her and Tamar go always clash, they always get back together. The other two I can't speak on for that. But I do want to say that Tamar did announce who it was along with Trina, so nobody can get mad. And if she said that they knew, I agree. We saw, and I said this before, and it's not to stand up for Trina, but Trina, what I believe was financially abused in that marriage. And nobody saw it. She was financially abused. So that's just how I feel about that. And that's what it was. And she had to get, when she started, if y'all started noticing when she got back on her feet and started getting money, that's when she started to leave Gabe. Pay attention. Go watch it back. She started to leave him when she started getting her finances together. I want y'all to go watch that again. All right, y'all. I'm gonna end this live. That was all I had to say. I can't wait for the new episode for Friday because I want to see what led up to this little fight of somebody snatching somebody's wig off. We gonna get into it. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section.
It's in the reach of my arms, the span of my hips, the stride of my step, the curl of my lips. I'm a woman, phenomenally.
Birds singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to